Like, look at my last picture. Look at my last face.
Let us know when it counts.
It's up. It's up.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello again.
This
For
is
the
fun.
Third time in a
Third
row.
video.
We'll get it
Fire
together,
the
man.
He's on punishment.
I'm sorry, man.
That's
This
all
is
right.
fine.
You're
On to the next.
One more time. And again, if you would like to be added into this live broadcast or live, whatever it's called, just let us know in the comments section and we'll go ahead and try to add you in. And you can ask questions like up front.
Yeah.
And personal.
I'm trying to move us over.
It's alright. We're good. Hello. Oh, let's see. It was like Frozen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
it was late.
I would like for
you don't
you
want
to
me to
pronounce
tell
your
nobody.
name.
Isu.
Is it Isu or
That's-
Isu?
But you got a
Isu.
question?
No,
he
he's
said,
saying
"Hey,
what's up.
Tommy."
And we like,
Oh,
hey, Isu.
Hey, man, I apologize, man.
I mean, he's trying to keep up with us, but
I don't-
you
I
want
don't-
us.
I don't get paid enough.
Oh, and it's still, it's gonna hit it.
Oh!
Come this way.
Yes, there you
All
go.
right.
All right. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Tan cuidado.
That's alright, because I'm still like, gotta
What?
make sure that,
You fidgeting.
yeah. You see
Don't
me?
fidget.
But I'm not getting any of that. So
Okay.
you're right. I'm getting from like hair up.
Okay.
Oh,
so
my.
you
So
just,
I'm
you
not
know.
even getting.
Y'all like my
the
zebra
top of
shirt?
this.
Are those zebras?
Yeah,
Oh, they're zebras.
girl.
No, I thought they
So
were
these
cheetahs
are
or something.
zebras.
They are, and you hated my shirt. He hates this shirt.
That shirt is nice.
Man,
She gotta
I didn't
teach me
hate
how to buy shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know how to buy no
We're gonna go blouse
blouses,
shopping like
blusas. I don't know anything
for
about
spring blouse.
blouses.
Yes, spring flowers and
T-shirts.
pink,
Yay!
pink and pastel,
Pink
blue.
and pastel, you killing me. I'm dying. Pink and pastel. Yes, you're coming in with the individualist mind frame. You really shouldn't. That's not conducive to what polygyny is supposed to be, in my opinion.
That's not conducive to marriage.
It's not conducive to
marriage,
family period, or
either.
family
Yeah,
period.
it's
You supposed to be spending all your time trying to become one unit.
Yeah.
Like your entire time. That's what you're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be
Pen
one.
came out of my head.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry to hear that.
I got it.
So okay. Yeah, so you shouldn't try to be an individual in your relationships anyway. All this I gotta be me and
Okay, so why do you think that someone would come in with that mindset? Where does that come from?
it comes from you.
Don't ask me because I've been in goddamn trouble. Like y'all can't kick
comes-
me out of this though.
You can't kick me out of
You
a
can't
live
kick me
video.
out
Okay, so go ahead. So they
Go
can't
ahead.
kick you out. So where do you think
They
it
can
comes
kick you out.
from?
Where you think it comes from?
It does come from the side chick individual mentality. She's like, polygyny is multiple monogamous relationships running concurrently
Simultaneously.
at the same time.
It's the same.
And is it concurrently?
Yeah.
Simultaneously?
Yeah,
Like,
they're the
listen,
same. The word is the
I
same.
know.
It's good.
And so they take it to the extreme where it's like, this is just me and him and that's it. Nothing else exists outside of it. That's your wife, your other wife. Well, you know what I mean? Like, don't mention the name of my house type of thing. I don't care about what's going on in your other household. I'm just worried about mine. And that's like some side chick stuff.
It is a side chick,
It
and I
is.
think some of it, I believe, is Westernized influence as well. Because when you are born and bred in the West, like so many of us are, and the West isn't just America; it's the UK, it's all of these first world regions and everything. When you're born and bred there, women are taught to everybody, not just women. Everyone is taught to be individual.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to go out and get yours.
Look out for self.
You are supposed to look out for self, and you are supposed to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And just for all of us, no matter what kind of relationship you're trying to have, it doesn't work out like that at all.
Which let me say that you are supposed to look out for self.
Yeah, self-preservation
some
is
level.
natural.
No, you are supposed to look out for self, but people don't understand what self is.
Oh, what is self?
Self is not the individual. It's Ubuntu.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I am because you are.
Yeah.
Right?
But they don't. Yeah, they
Makes
don't do
sense.
that.
Yeah, they don't
They don't understand
do that.
how intertwined and interdependent we are to each other.
Yes. And everybody's interdependent.
Yes.
So
even the parasitic.
Everybody's interdependent, no matter how they want to say that they're not
Yeah.
interdependent. But and so in a relationship, you have to understand that. I told them. Well, no, I probably shouldn't. That story right there. I just know people. Even on the men's side, not in our relationship or anything, but I know people where the man really doesn't want to join up.
Yes, he
with
does
the
not
woman.
want the women.
He don't want to eat at home. He want to go with his boys.
Yes.
And he want to chill with his boys.
Yes.
He's not cheating. He's literally chilling with his boys, you know.
Homies over.
Yeah,
Homies
homies over. And you know, it's a problem for his relationships, especially when he's got women or a woman at home where all she wants to do is be a wife. She want to cook for him, and she want them to stay together and sit at home and stuff like that, and just enjoy their time together. And he didn't want that, so it happens on the men's side too.
It does.
You know, so you can't be like that.
You should not be.
No,
like that.
not at all.
How do you move the family forward if you're like that?
You don't. The family doesn't move forward, because if you're gonna do your own thing and this person gonna do their own thing, then you just got two people that just going around doing their own thing.
So, and he has 2 wives.
That's weird. How did that happen?
He has 2 wives, but he's not the type of guy that likes spending time with
wives.
his wife.
And then
But
That's
he
why
has
they get
2
other wives,
wives.
so they can spend time
Yes,
together.
so he doesn't have to. They get babysitters for their wives.
Yeah.
They're like, I need you to babysit her while
Pretty
I go over
much.
here and play Grand Theft Auto
And get
With
a
my
third
boys.
wife.
with my boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or go out and get a third wife. That's the other thing he gonna do. That's the other thing he gonna do is go get another wife.
Secret Wives.
Part 2.
Secretwives.com. Oh.
Oh, .com part 2. Another video.
That's another video.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, polygyny, like you said, it's multiple monogamous relationships. So it comes in a wide variety. Just like relationships, you know, it all depends on the people that are in it.
That's right.
It is.
And the people that are willing to be in it with this other person.
Right.
So here you have this guy. He does not like. I'm hearing that he does not like women because he likes to hang out with his boys.
He doesn't
But-
like them, no.
He has 2 wives. Nevertheless, even with that position, he still has 2 wives. So that just shows, you know, how this comes.
He doesn't necessarily like women, but he likes what women come with. And so, therefore, he'd rather house it and go hang out with his boys than to actually develop a relationship with the women themselves. And that's like some high school, like first year college type stuff. I don't understand.
So it's,
He's a collector.
he's a collector of women. He just sits
He's
them
got a
on
whole
the
bunch of
shelf.
shoes in the closet, like stacked to the ceiling. And
Yeah.
he's got
Just wives on another shelf.
wives
Stacked.
stacked to the ceiling.
He's like, you,
Yeah.
I will take you.
Dang. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I have something else we could talk about if y'all want to.
What is it?
People keep saying that you can't get wealthy in polygyny. That's what they keep saying. Is that wealth can't be built in polygyny. And they keep talking about the 1% and how the 1% do it. But it's like, I gotta be honest, the 1%, number one, they're not black. First of all, so like people could understand that and stop thinking that look, Thomas, get out of here.
Who's Thomas?
Thomas gets over.
He's in there.
Hi, get out of here. But
I don't know you. Hello.
yeah, I see him join up. Hey, but 1%'s not black anyway. First of all, and second of all, the world's richest men always got another woman somewhere, you know. So it's like I mean, the only reason they not directly calling it wives and stuff like that is because, you know, our society was grown out of Greco-Roman, tendencies and so on and so forth. And it's a pseudo-false monogamy. He's talking about he's staying. It's a false monogamy. And they're just pretending to be monogamous, and they're telling everybody else to be monogamous so that you don't get the benefits that you will find in polygyny. So that's I truly believe that. Yeah. I saw that when they were talking about the 1% and things like that, and wealth not being built. But I know so many polygynous families that, I mean, depending on what you understand wealth to be, these are some very wealthy people. I mean, land is money. And like they said on that farming video, land is the one thing that they not making more of.
No more land will be made.
And all of the majority of the polygynous families I know, they have land. Mm-hmm. If they don't have land, they are working towards getting land. So, Shalom, Imagina, how are you? So they're working towards getting land.
Yes.
And land is wealth. So you've got that.
Oh, sorry.
You've got they're talking about no real black woman would want to share the wealth to her.
Who's saying this? The fake black women?
Watch your finger.
The fake black women are saying this. The women that are after your pockets are saying this.
Yeah, it's
the ones
very
that want to
interesting.
play to the crowd, they're saying this.
And I'm just trying to figure out how they feel like it's any different when a man has 15 children from one woman. He's got, but you expect the man with the 15 children from one woman to build his wealth. How is his wealth, you know what I'm saying, built differently than a man that have 2 wives and they have children together?
Who's saying that, men or women?
Oh, women.
Okay.
Woman.
He got his eyes closed. He's like,
his head hurts. I'm sorry.
Y'all making his head hurt. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're all about quote unquote wealth building. You know, I mean, when you get into the quote unquote pro blackness of it, see what I'm? Oh, the Murray tribe is well and in good health. Awesome. That's lovely. Yes. Y'all don't know her. She's an awesome woman from an awesome family. She's great. Her books are great too. Yes. And I'll share some of those.
Yeah, we'll put them in the
on the page. We'll post them on the page because her books are good. But you know, we're all about wealth building, and we're all about, you know, buying land. We're all about leaving a legacy to our children. So it's illogical to think that just because a man has more than one wife, he's unable to leave a legacy for all the children involved. We've only got 5 kids. 6 children.
Listen, she's 19.
She'll be
married.
She'll be married, but you know, she's still get her thing
I'll
too.
post her pictures.
Oh no. We're trying to find her a husband. But you know, how do you not leave a legacy to them? We're if we haven't already done that, secured that, we're definitely working towards that. ... You know.
What happened?
You're just listening to us.
What happened?
You pressed the thing.
Is the thing still going?
It's still going. I just saw some stuff. I just saw a heart.
Oh, you did
fly
just
by. Yeah.
Hearts fly.
Good. Yay! All right, there we go. We're still good, I think.
So you're still good?
Yeah, okay. It looks like it. I just need to refresh on my end. So just don't believe it. Well, they're trying to deter you from polygyny thing. You're listening to people. If you're listening to any of that, you are listening to people that don't know anything about polygyny at all. They only know what society, our backward society that promotes a whole lot of other stuff that is against the Torah, against the Quran. You know, this stuff they promote all that, but suddenly they have a really big problem with what's going on here.
It's a pro-monogamous argument. It's a pro-monogamy argument.
Yes, it is. It is pro-monogamy. You know, and it's
That's all it is.
It's like polygyny is not anti-monogamy.
It's not.
Polygyny is born out of monogamy.
It is.
At some point, it was just him and one wife.
Yes.
You know,
I tell people all the time, there's nothing
somewhere.
wrong with monogamy.
There's nothing wrong
Monogamy
with
is
monogamy.
a marriage dynamic. There's nothing wrong with it. It works for some people.
Right, but you know, you come and you want to start attacking
I
polygyny.
can't deal with that.
I can't deal with that, especially when you've got, basically what you've got here is like multiple adults still following the same thing that she's putting up, which is the same model that she's putting up of the man being the head of the household, the man being the breadwinner, if not the main breadwinner, but the man, he's the breadwinner of this family, he's the head of the household, wives are submissive, and all this, you know, et cetera, et cetera. We're still following the thing. There just happens to be two of us.
Yeah. I think that person doesn't have that. I think that person doesn't have the majority of that.
Yeah.
That person married a fan, and let me just stop. Because I'm like, man, what man? Like,
they gonna come for
man?
you.
He ain't no man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he might be a bit of a fan of hers.
My marriage showed me half y'all ain't no man. Like,
oh man, listen.
Y'all don't need marriage. Y'all need husband training first.
Yes.
I agree with that part.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with husband training, husband classes, and
Even
wife
financial classes.
Yes, everybody needs all of that. You know, but here we are. We're doing our things.
Man training.
And as our things manifest, we do tell people what we've got going on. But typically at the beginning, we're a little bit quiet on it. So you know, we're constantly moving forward in this family and moving forward into our understandings of success.
Yes.
You know,
I've gotten real quiet.
yeah,
I'm not how I was in the beginning. I've grown. I've progressed. I'm not how I was in the beginning.
yeah. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. We do grow and progress.
Yes.
And we're not always going to be the same.
No, marriage makes you a better person.
It does. It refines you.
Hopefully I'm speaking loud enough. Marriage makes you a better person.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
make that clear.
It refines
It really
you.
does.
You learn yourself and you change accordingly. Because that's another thing we always talking about, that it's the man that kind of leads the beat of the drum in the family. It's his example we're gonna follow, in his ways, and whether or not he's gonna be fair or not, whether or not he's going to allow his wives to be catty and petty towards each other or not. You know,
But that's not a man that even allows that to happen. First, you have to have a good man to follow his lead, to
Yes.
follow the beat of a good man's drum. Because a lot of people are not marrying good men.
They're not marrying
They're
good men.
marrying.
but they married them.
And now you stuck.
Now you
stuck. You stuck with that man you married, and now you know you have
to deal
are
with that.
in constant, tug and pull with him.
Yeah.
Because you know he's weak and he can't lead you, and he's like, I'm man, I'm going to lead you, and
And he's not.
we have to make better choices in who we marry.
Yes.
I'm the daddy.
Right, that's how they do it.
I'm the daddy.
And she's like, I pay your car note though. I pay all the bills up in here.
Oh.
How you daddy ain't anything?
Oh, no.
I put the groceries in the fridge.
So,
You're not the daddy.
you know.
You my son.
Oh.
Oh.
Ouch. Ouch.
Well,
That's
we got a
painful.
problem.
Yeah.
What
I
happened?
mean, you married to your son?
Married to your son.
Yes,
That's awkward.
that's
That's
very
incestuous.
awkward.
And that's not good.
Mm.
You know, that's not how we make relationships around
No,
here.
so we need to make better choices in who we marry, especially when it comes to polygyny.
Absolutely. Yes, because listen, I mean, not that we're not necessarily looking for any other wives over here. Although
You don't get to decide.
right, I was like, although whatever he wants to, I was about to say, although whatever he wants to do,
Yes.
we're
Whatever
gonna
he
go
wants
with the
to do.
program. But like, he's never actively looking, and it's just he's just never like that. He's just not actively seeking out any other wives. Like it doesn't happen.
That's what you think.
But look, the ones that
priority be wrong.
they retarded.
What is y'all's priorities? And then y'all end up back at the drawing board again. It's like, I don't know why I always pick the wrong one.
342 posts later, I'm just gonna be single for the rest of my life or something.
Yeah.
Like, no, idiot, you deserve that.
You deserve that because that's what you went for. You went for that dude.
You went for the dude.
Okay. So tell them.
I'm sorry.
Based on where this conversation has gotten,
Mm-hmm.
tell them what you have noticed about the women and their selection process and where you think they're going wrong, what they need to look out for, and I guess that might be that might be a way to tell them what they need to look out for, because they'll still go after what they want.
Don't look for the talkers. Don't look for people that talk a good game, that romanticize everything, that will talk about how they will bring down the clouds from the sky and lay them at your feet. And
love letters from some dude that you don't even know.
Yeah,
He doesn't even know
that.
you
Don't
yet. So all this lovey-dovey conversation talk that he's doing, he doesn't even know you to love you. He don't even know anything about you.
Queen.
That's
Goddess.
a red flag.
Goddess, queen, goddess, queen,
Empress.
queen,
Oh.
Empress, goddess, queen, Empress, goddess, queen.
It feels so good.
It feels good because you're
It's
getting
great.
gassed up. You're like, oh, he
Don't
likes
do
me.
it. Don't
Every
go
morning,
after
wake
that.
up, text, I love you. I was
Don't
thinking about
do
you.
it.
You're running on my mind all day. Are you tired?
He doesn't even
He don't even know you.
Okay?
He don't
That's
even
the
know
ones
you.
you don't go for.
Don't go for that guy.
You don't go for that one. You don't
The
go
one that leaves with his money.
You
don't go for the one
ones
that
who
leaves with his money.
Got a lot of money over here.
No.
Come get it,
He want to send you pay stubs and like tax returns, but he didn't tell you filed like chapter 7,
Chapter 11.
11. I don't know this stuff.
It's like, which chapter
He
is
filed
it?
chapter 7 and 11. Let me
And
tell
13.
it.
And they're chapter 13. I don't know.
Throw some exponents on there. He did it. Don't go for those guys.
Don't go for that guy. Don't go for the guy where you haven't been able to speak to his other wife or wives yet. Like he keeps saying she's shy. She doesn't want to talk to you. Unless y'all Islamic.
Yeah,
because I know in Islam is something different.
But still.
But for the rest of us,
those never.
Don't. I'm telling you, don't
your
do
turnover
it.
rate is high.
That's a high turnover rate. She might not even exist. You don't even know.
Forget about culture. Would you do it?
Right.
Would you get with a guy and you haven't spoken to his?
They will. They do.
No, I'm saying.
Would a woman as?
Do you think it's a good thing or bad?
No, I don't think it's a good thing. I think
it's
that's a very bad
Okay,
thing
so
to
just
do.
tell them.
Because once again, we're going to go back into
what
we
it
want for
is.
our sisters what we want for ourselves.
Right.
And I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me.
And
Marry my husband behind my back.
It's the selfish individual women that say, I would do that.
Yeah.
And that's because they don't want to have anything to do with family.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Yeah. So that's not the way to go. What's another type
nice
of
car, live at home with their mama?
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't
It's
do
still
that.
good? It's good?
It's good.
Okay.
Choose a man that is a man. Choose
Yeah.
a man that knows how to lead, that has had some sort of success in his life in some form or another. Someone that knows how to handle money. Someone that has dreams, goals, and has a plan on how to reach them. But not someone that is just in perpetual, planning mode. Like 15 years later, 25 years later, 30 years later, he's still like, but I'm gonna go to school to be a lawyer though.
And see, the beauty of him having wives already or having a wife already is that you can see how they interact and how you feel about their interactions. You can see how she is quote unquote kept. You can see whether or not she's happy with him.
Right.
So you can assess his husbandry.
You can assess his husbandry, and if he's a good husband, you know what I mean. And I think you should wait. I don't think you should jump in so fast. So you can see whether or not she's putting on airs for him. Is she only smiling big because
she
it's
have a
him?
black eye behind that
yeah. You want to make sure all that. You don't want any of that drama. So
because it happens, women. Let's talk about it.
So where do you think the sisters go wrong though? You tell them what they should look for, but where do they go wrong?
They choose with their emotions.
They choose with their emotions. They choose with the fact that once again we are born into this society, And even though we are trying to be conscious and awake, and we are trying to come out of what we were, and we're trying to be the new people, you know, the new person and things like that, we still looking at, you know, the same things that attracted us to a mate when we weren't over here. So,
which is what?
Oh, I'll say, for example, a certain person who shall not be named, and this is gonna sound crass. It sounds crass to me, but she says that, you know, she looks at a guy with like, what is it, a mouthful of gold teeth,
Oh yeah,
and she feel like he can beat it out the frame, and that's what makes her attracted to him. I'll tell you who it is. She's like, who is that? I'll tell you who it is. But she thinks that's attractive to her. Yeah, well, that's attractive to her. But she's conscious though.
Don't follow in those footsteps.
But she's conscious
Don't
though.
do
She
that.
shouldn't even be
No.
in that mindset.
No.
Like, that's who you going for? So you're gonna mess around, you're gonna make a baby with him, right? You know?
You don't pick
Don't
with
go for
your
that
lower
one.
self.
Yeah, that's like, now we got to sound like the
Pick
spiritualist.
with
That's
logic
lower
and
vibrational.
reason.
You're thinking with a
Logically,
low vibrational tone.
Can this man get you right? Can you get this man right? And can y'all walk through life and increase each other's?
If you can't respect him, don't do it.
Oh yeah.
If you don't like his path, if you don't like where he's going, don't do it. If he spends too much, it's really on him. If he's a spender and he's a spendthrift, don't do it.
Yes. Don't do it.
If you find out he's lying too much, if you looking through everything after you met him off of the internet, because that's probably where you met him these days. You met him on Facebook. After you met him, and you found out, well, you don't really have this. It's actually that. You know, it's somebody telling you I got a yacht, but it's actually a little kayak, a little fishing boat. That's not a yacht. You're not allowed to even exaggerate that much. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to call it a yacht.
Yeah, play
So yeah, I mean that's you don't go for the liars and things like that. That's not the thing.
like talk themselves up.
Yeah, they talking themselves up and stuff. No, people got to get serious. We got a lot of real game players out here today. And
male and female.
Both male and female.
Some of the women, they trifling.
And if you don't want to play no games, you need to find somebody that's not playing games. The first sign of games, either if you want to give them a chance, you make it clear that you don't want to play no games. But I'm telling you, that don't seem to work.
But a lot of the sisters that claim to be, looking for a husband, and they're accepting of polygyny, they seem to be playing games.
Yeah, the women. Yes, the women.
Really be playing some serious games. From what I can see,
they do. They're using families for money. They are having them send money to them without any intention on ever joining the family.
But I wouldn't go. Not wouldn't, but I was not going that far as the games.
It happens.
But they're saying, I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a family, and then say a man will hit them up. Hey, how you doing, sis? Introduce himself, and it seems like they're not ready. They're not even trying to see know the person. So it seems a lot like a lot of women look for attention. They project themselves like they're looking for the family so that they can get all the hits from the guys. But they won't
attention.
take it further.
They like attention.
Yes.
So they're off attention.
They like
horny.
married men.
Yes.
Going after them and approaching them.
And then they
get a thrill off
it. It's
it.
a thrill, absolutely.
And they just never ever seal the deal.
No.
They never ever.
They send the nudes and everything.
So that's why you as a man, you have to have
He's taking his glasses.
I mean you as a married man, you have to remember that you're married.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
You must still operate like it, or else you'll just find yourself, you'll just be holding yourself out for.
Yes.
Yeah, don't whore your families
these
out,
women.
brothers. Don't do
that.
That's where the
That-
desperation come in.
Basically, just trying to get an ego trip off of you, knowing that they have this married man in their inbox, saying all this stuff to them, and within them, they know they're not taking him serious. They're not gonna make that move, but they have him, and they probably have another 5 of you in there.
Yes, pretty much.
So that's why, with me personally, no, you don't talk to me in my inbox. No.
People be staying out of women's inboxes. Y'all not
No.
gonna be able to
You're
accuse
not
him
gonna
of
find an inbox
nothing.
scandal from him.
Maybe right quick, but as soon as I see like that's what you're trying to do, it's like nah. I so don't have time for that.
Yeah, because y'all could get yourselves in some predicaments,
Yes.
boy.
If you have any questions and you want to go live with us, just let us know in the comment section and we'll put you on.
Yeah, definitely. So, hi Donna. Nida said hi to Mario.
And don't
Like
go
Malcolm.
after brothers. Don't go after the women that put up these pictures of them sitting on the sink and stuff. And it's 1,000 comments. You know, ooh, you so sexy. Hey, queen. You know, goddess.
That's
drink
not
your bad
the
water.
one.
And I'm
That's not
telling
the
you,
one
man,
want.
some of these women, they really play like the conscious part.
Yes.
You know, they have the Muslim names or the Hebrew names or the African names, and they really play this conservative. I'm awake and I'm like this, but you can see like the hoisms in it.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, they'll put up a picture just to get all these guys to come and comment on it.
Yeah.
If you go through their profiles and there's 90,000 pictures of them, they face, in a million ways they hold their face, something wrong. Don't go after that one.
Especially if the dudes is all after it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody has to keep their heads about them.
Yeah.
Donna said, please define hoism. Ho antics.
Ho antics.
A little bit of
Ho shenanigans.
Like hoishness.
Like me personally. Okay, so twerk videos, right?
Okay.
You know, woman posts a video and she's just showing her butt bouncing. Okay, I'll call that hoism, right?
Okay.
Now you have conscious hoism.
Okay.
The conscious equivalent to a twerk video is a yoga pose. Yes, I will call it out. I see that all the time. They put these yoga poses as the same thing. They're accentuating. They're accentuating their butts, and it's the same thing. It hits the guy. It's the same sexual provocative,
it's like yoga porn.
but to them it's yoga, so it's
it's
cool.
kosher, but why are you doing that pose right now? Because you want attention, you know.
Yeah, what was it? Downward doggy.
Upward
I don't
facing
know.
dog.
Upward
Downward
facing
I don't
dog.
know any
Yeah.
of these things.
I don't know the other.
Yeah.
I don't know any
So, so these sisters, they will pose like they're enlightened, and they're still just looking for attention.
Absolutely, they're not looking to be wives.
And they're time wasters.
Yes. Oh my God.
They're wasting your time.
Yes, time wasters.
So, and I mean,
And it's like they get high off of it. They get
It's
a thrill
Yeah.
off of the attention, off of all the men running on that video, clicking.
clicking the likes and stuff like that. And I mean, so just everybody keep your heads about you.
Yes.
Keep yourselves grounded.
Don't lose yourself in the process.
Don't be desperate. Don't over romanticize this stuff because that's where you go wrong. Don't rush into anything.
No.
I mean, unless I'm trying not to. I'm trying to leave room for miracles.
Look at you.
I'm trying to leave a little bit of room
Miracle on 34th
for miracles on 34th Street, where it's like suddenly y'all just have that connection and y'all just go. It does happen.
It happens.
But it's very, very rare. It's like a needle in a haystack. So for everything else, just don't be. Guys are too desperate.
Yeah.
They too thirsty. Women is clearly laying thirst traps for y'all, and then just hemming y'all up, and your time just wasted over there in her inbox.
13th twin flame later.
13th twin flame later. So I've had
So
12
what you
other twin flames, but I'm pretty sure that you are the actual.
And
twin
wives,
flame.
make sure you keep your husband grounded. Don't let him fall for the shenanigans, man. You have a duty as
Donna
wife.
says, "What's the topic?"
Donna, we've had multiple topics. We talked about children. We talked about divisiveness and polygyny. We talked about polygynous wealth, finding wealth in polygyny, and then we ended up over here with the hoisms. So kind of halfway. We halfway just talking, really. Yes. So let's see. Hi, Brother Horatio. He said, what did he say?
How do you know a woman is right, monogamous, or polygynous?
How do we know if she's polygynous or monogamous? In
your view.
Okay, Donna, we'll explain that other question there just like almost right now. So Horatio says, how do you know a woman is monogamous or polygynous?
Well, like Mr. Burke says, the woman is monogamous. It's the man that's
the man is polygynous. A woman can be polygynous-minded, though.
Yeah, we can be pro-polygyny. We can be for polygyny, and we can understand it. That's the thing, is the understanding. I personally think that humans are naturally polygynous. We just are. That is just the makeup of human society.
So what is polygyny?
Which polygyny is for Donna? Polygyny is a man having more than one wife. So, like, don't run off, but yes. Don't run away.
Having, protecting, maintaining, proclaiming more than one wife.
More than one wife, more than one woman. He's saying, how do you know if she's worthy of marriage? Worthiness of marriage, I think any woman that wants to be a wife, gets to be should get to be a wife. And if she, how do you find out that a woman is worthy for marriage?
If she applies herself to marriage.
She applies herself to it?
If she applies herself to marriage.
So she's acting in a wife capacity? A wifely capacity?
She might need some help there, but if she applies herself to it. Okay.
So that's your answer. If she's willing to be submissive, willing to listen, and willing to learn. Mm-hmm. Is she coachable, teachable?
If she desires it.
Okay.
If she is out to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It says what they say. They say the universe will return unto you what you so desire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hang on. Move this over. No, move your thing over. Jira is asking, where is the line drawn between cheating and courting a new wife? Do you, as wives, need to be informed that he is even interested in another woman? Well, let's deal with the first question first. Where's the line drawn between cheating and courting a new wife? Cheating is betrayal of the agreement that you have.
It's deceptive, right?
It's deceptive. So that should never happen. Deception should never happen between a husband and a wife. He should not deceive you, and he should not, in my opinion, betray the agreement that y'all have. But like we said a few videos ago, agreements are negotiable. Yes. And y'all should be able to come back to the table and renegotiate. If y'all find out about polygyny later in your relationship. So I'm not really talking about that.
A man can change his mind when he has more information.
Yeah, he has the right to change his mind.
A person has the right to change their mind.
Yes.
Using new information that they have.
Right. So that is the line that's drawn. Courting a new wife, a man should at the very least, I'm saying be honest about it. Yes. Does he have to inform you that he's interested in another woman, like, immediately? Not necessarily. Because that might not even pan out.
And it's cultural.
He should, though.
I mean, but
he should.
Some of these, the only reason I'm giving leeway is because some of these men, like every Sheila, Stephanie, and Ann,
I mean, if
come by,
okay,
his wife get tired.
He should say, hey babe, what you think about me getting another wife? And at that point, if the agreement is made, then I don't think he has to let her know every single time.
I mean, if she's monogamous, he shouldn't just do it like that.
No, he shouldn't. But they do. So what happens when
he should first, make sure she's accepting of
Y'all listen.
him getting another wife
Yes.
before he just says, "Hey, what do you think about me?" And that takes, it depends on the woman, but the idea that you're just gonna put it in front of the woman and she's gonna, oh yeah, sure, I never thought about that, but yeah, it's cool. No, it's not gonna work like that.
I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, y'all, it's not. Please do not just sit up there and put it on your wife that you bringing a sister home.
It's
That's
not a
just
good
terrible.
thing to do. Although people do it.
Although
And
people
have
do it.
reasons and blah blah blah.
And relationships
We're
have
gonna tell
endured.
you it's not nice. It's not
good.
just, and it's not.
You're
fair.
you're a very callous
Yes.
man if that's the way that you're gonna
You
go
don't
about it.
put her feelings above all. And I mean, you shouldn't let her feelings move you.
No,
But still, you should take her feelings into consideration and weigh your options and say, is this worth me?
And if you're a woman
thing.
and you get with a guy that's doing that to his current wife,
Yeah, it's gonna happen too.
then that'll show you that he's capable of doing the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Women get with these men and say, I can change you. I
No,
can
you
make him.
can't.
You can't. He'll
Please
change
don't think
himself.
But I think
But
last
you
week
can't change him.
last week we discussed that, or was it the video
Possibly.
before about if you're trying to get your wife to accept polygyny, it depends on the woman. If she's strongly against it, then it's gonna take. It's not something that you're just gonna put in front of her today, and it's.
Yeah.
But you could, I guess, teach her about it over
Yes.
time and be very understanding to her. Her being against it.
Yeah,
but
her
just-
aversion to
Yes.
it.
her
Yeah.
aversion to it.
Yeah.
You have to help her through it, because once the mention of it is there.
But one thing I noticed, right, and this is something I find that's funny, kind of foul, but not. There's a lot of women that were against it, but then they have, say, a child, a toddler, and a newborn,
And, they
and
like,
then all of a sudden they're like,
honey, me,
Ooh,
a co-wife.
co-wives is
they're
great.
like, oh man, a co-wife would
That'd
sure be
awesome.
good.
But they like, no, I don't
Right
need no
about now.
co-wife. Why would I even be polygynous when I can go get me a nice, fine, monogamous man?
Oh, ooh, this sounds so country.
So country.
I mean,
And then
and then
they have a
wake
baby and another baby,
up,
and
and
then
I
they're like,
can't juggle the toddler and
And
the
the
newborn
baby.
and the husband.
and the
Although
Christmas.
women do it, but this is, polygynous, pro-polygynous women that turned monogamous that didn't realize, you know what? Nah, I understand. the benefit.
I've seen that. Time
Time and time
happen.
again.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen too many times.
Yeah.
Man. They're against it, hardcore against
Yes.
it, but they've seen it. They've seen us doing it.
Yes.
They've seen other people doing it, and they're like, oh me, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
I
that.
would never say.
And then you catch them a couple babies later, and then they're talking. Oh man, you guys sure have
This
a good
guy.
man. That would really be.
Wow, so how does it work? So y'all really get
That would
y'all
really be
get
good.
along? Wow. So I mean, Ratio is asking where you think the thin line is between seeking a wife or wives or trying to force it. I don't believe in forcing polygyny on your wives. It's detrimental. You're hurting somebody that you love. So I personally, like he was talking about, going through and slowly, constantly bringing up the conversation, discussing the
helps,
benefits.
man. Finesse helps.
Yes, just
You
kind
don't
of.
have to like game it, but you can absolutely coddle and
There's a
warm
lot of
understanding.
programming that you have to break down.
I think you have to start with someone who's not selfish.
Okay,
Yeah.
start with somebody who's not selfish.
Yeah.
That person is selfish and they have the mentality that I don't care. I don't care. It's all about me. It's all about what I want. Then,
Yeah.
You might have to wait until she sees that it benefits her more now.
Uh-huh.
So like maybe give her 3 babies, maybe,
And then try it. Give her 3 babies.
and then come back
get
again
what
and
you
say,
want.
hey,
Because-
another woman would would be able to help you out right now.
You know, and Donna kind of asked the same question. She was, how's a man who's in a monogamous marriage present polygyny to his wife? I mean, he can present it if he is not a part of a belief system that promotes polygyny. He's already going to have a long road to hoe on that subject with a woman that was born and raised in Western society and has been taught that monogamy is the absolute only way that a relationship is going to go.
You get your Prince Charming.
If you're the man who partners with his wife, like you guys have a partnership, she's your friend, right? You always talk with each other. You know, she's your best friend. You always have these conversations with her, and you'll just, you know, speak on, you know, various subjects. You know, just have discussions about various things. Speak philosophically about certain things. Then, you know, that could be something that y'all could just explore philosophically.
Yeah.
You know, y'all could talk about it, and then while you're talking about it, she'll be like, oh yeah, but you know, but I don't want that for myself. And you'll be like, yeah, I get it, I get it. You don't want it for yourself, but look at this though, look at this. You know, with another wife, such and such.
You could be
and
able
you
to do
keep
this
having
with
these discussions. You know, she keeps seeing the benefits of it. You know, get her interested in it.
Yeah.
Get her interested in it.
Go watch Big Love. Go watch Big Love together. That's on HBO, and it's always available on HBO Go.
And don't just start courting a million women at the same time talking about you courting.
Yes. Don't do that.
Don't
they say, why do you think polygyny is best?
There's
other
actually
than...
some other questions.
Okay.
Let's see. We're coming down to those questions. Horatio said, men who are not interested in adopting or taking care of his current wife's parents or her children, should he be seeking other wives? No. A man that doesn't take care of his family, it's in scripture. It's not in Torah, but it is in scripture. A man that doesn't take care of his family is no better than an infidel. So, no. His house is in order and he doesn't want to be an actual husband, so what's he doing? Why does he want to bring in another wife? And he already not being an actual, he's not working in the capacity of a husband for the first. You know, so
because polygyny is about family.
Polygyny is all about family. So Lydia.
So if the man is not about family, then
then he shouldn't. It's not gonna work. He's on some other stuff. Look, that's a whole nother conversation. You don't have to go through polygyny to have multiple sex partners, man. You don't have to. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Men are doing it all the time. You know, they're always out there. So let's see. Lydia Baker says, what made you both choose polygyny? How did y'all get along when we first met? And why do you think polygyny is best other than for help around the house and with kids?
if you scroll down the feed of the page,
we kind of talked about it before. Chose polygyny because, look,
let me go back in the crates.
Look, I'm like, because I wanted a built-in friend, okay? That's actually a little bit of it, though. I started talking to women that were already polygynous a long time ago, and I just liked it. I thought it was great. I thought about the fact that there is an equal number of men to women in our society, and I'm talking about viable men and viable women, okay? So I saw how it could benefit the black community as a whole. You know, like we were saying in our discussion, I'm like, I personally believe every woman that wants to be a wife should be a wife, and she should have the chance at being a wife and being a mother and things like that. So women get that when they come into polygyny.
Yeah. I chose it because it made sense to me.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It just makes sense. Simple answer.
Yeah.
We got along great when we first met.
Yep.
Getting along was never an issue.
No.
Help around the house and help with the kids. Why do we think it's what?
Why do you think polygyny is best other than for help around the house and with the kids?
Socioeconomics.
Once again, any woman that wants to be a wife can now be a wife. For the children, any children that need especially when y'all live together, because see, we live together. Any child that needs a father has their father. It's not one of these things with baby mama, baby daddy stuff. They don't have a daddy half the time. He's gone.
Polygyny is a socioeconomic power move.
It is. It's a power move.
It is.
So, that's there. Horatio says, if she is from a small family, only wanting 1 or 2 children, is it okay to risk your current marriage for another wife?
Why not? I don't understand the problem.
That's fine.
If she's from a small family, only wanting 1 or 2 children.
She only wants 1 or 2 children, but you want more children?
If she comes from a small family, get another wife then, but I don't see what the problem is.
I mean,
I guess she doesn't want it. She's probably against it.
Who?
The one he's talking about.
But he just said, but if she's from a small family.
If your current wife is from a small family and she in turns only wants a small family.
Is it okay to risk?
But you, the guy, wants a big family.
Oh, well, you should have chose differently.
But, it's a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
You got a wife, so
you don't have the 2 in the bush.
You don't need to disregard all that just to go find another wife because you want polygyny. You really need to think about the woman you married.
I would still work on convincing, quote unquote, convincing her. If it's really that man's goal, he should still work towards what he wants.
Not every man is polygynous.
Not every man is going to be
able.
And not every
man can do polygyny.
And not every man's going to be able to do polygyny, even if they are polygynous. Not today. Isu said, describe the essential characteristics of a man that indicates he's viable. Oh, because I said viable. Well, when I'm looking at viable mates, people don't like to talk about it, but I am looking at alpha male traits. I'm looking at a man who is a strong leader. I'm looking at a man we were talking about a man who's polygynous, who basically hates women. We talked about that guy. I'm talking about a man who loves women. Like he's low on the homeboy department, but he's happy with his woman, his wife, his wives. He is, I'm saying, respectable in character. He's a good provider. He's a good protector. I feel like he needs to be like we always talking about prepping and survivalism and stuff like that. He's supposed to be able to run 4 miles a day.
He's supposed to get his wives to get up and go run 4 miles at 5:30 every morning for how many days straight?
How long have we been running 4 miles in the morning?
How many?
Tomorrow will be our 16th.
16 days of running 4 miles.
That's why y'all saw me grab for my knee. I said, ow. My knee hurts.
5:30 in the morning.
My leg hurts.
Every day.
I expect
man,
my
not
man
to mention the
be
meal
able to do that.
plan.
Look, I'll say this. He has to be a take charge type of dude.
Yes.
Get to crying.
If he's a take charge type of dude, that's going to prevent a lot of stuff. It's going to prevent the women from, fighting with each other. Because he's the type of dude that'll step in and say, hey,
y'all not finna
stop
do
it.
that.
Or y'all, you know what? That thing you tell me, you need to talk to her about it.
Yeah.
He's really
okay. Because it's multiple marriages, he's gonna be the man that has to be the man of multiple marriages, right? Where there's certain things that the women are gonna lean on the man for fixing problems. He needs to be a problem solver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He needs to be a strategist. Solution oriented. So he needs to be a logical type guy. He cannot be swayed by women's emotions. Not.
He's trying, boy.
I'm so
tired. I don't want to go anymore.
I asked him. I was like, babe.
He needs to be.
Do we have to go this morning? He's like, yes, we have to go. I'm like,
he needs to be fair.
Yes. I feel better afterwards. I do.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be fair.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he needs to be fair.
It's hard. If you are a man and you trying to be polygynous and you already can't be fair, please understand. If your husband is already not fair with you on stuff,
I don't understand.
Please, he's not ready. He's not the one.
He needs to be. He needs to be the leader.
Oh wait, where's that?
So
Where's she?
when you look at the characteristics of a leader, that's what he needs to be. He needs to be fair. He needs to be a take charge type of dude.
He needs to be a man.
Needs to be solution oriented.
Yes.
Needs to be a strategist.
Not a boy.
Yeah.
He needs to be like Sifa.
Oh no. Just be like him.
Just be like Sifa.
No, don't. It's hard. It's hard. He's had
I'm
a
a
hard
little
time.
nigga.
Oh my god. I'm just a little nigga. I ain't nothing.
I can't.
So
What is the next question?
the next
caller?
question.
Again, you can ask to be put on this live broadcast.
Yeah,
if you
we'll
want.
do our best to put you on this live broadcast. We don't know what we're doing.
I hope y'all have clothes on and a dress.
Oh yeah, he needs to be a family man, man.
Look
Yeah.
at
Very
it, it just
important.
kicked me right on out.
Yes,
It did it on
He
its
can't be
own.
the type of guy that likes to hang with the homies. And
Briasha had a question.
Yes, she did.
I'm going to try to get back to it. Are we still live?
yeah, we still like.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, sir, because I
Okay.
just literally got kicked out of the thing.
I'm gonna just invite somebody. They
Okay.
think I'm playing. Babe,
Okay.
you know how to add somebody?
No, I don't know nothing.
You see a
about
plus sign next to like a little person figure little thing?
that.
Briasha had a question.
No, I don't.
I can't see her question.
What is the advice or
For women coming
for
in
women
with
coming
children.
in with children? Make
Yes.
sure that the man is a decent man. First and foremost, make sure that you are safe with him and that your children are safe with him and that your children will be protected. Because women with children, we tend to get boyfriends and stuff like that, and we have all these types of people around our kids, and that increases our children's risk of abuse and stuff like that. So you have to make sure that this man is an honorable man and that he is an awesome person, and then you have to make sure that the family is right for you and your children.
And judge him harshly.
Yes.
Judge him harshly. Watch for those red flags. I'm telling you.
Red flags. Your mother antenna will always.
Don't ignore
Always.
it. Do
Always.
not ignore that right there.
Yes.
Your mom antenna.
Yes,
Don't
your
ignore
antennas will pop up.
it. Yes. That is really the main. That's really the main thing right
It
there.
is.
Don't give him any passes, man.
No passes.
None.
I want to.
What you
Guys, it's supposed to look like a human and a plus sign.
What's
You
supposed
may
to
need
look
to
like a
scroll it
human and a
over.
plus sign?
No, I'll mess it up.
It's not math. I don't know what we're talking about.
Who you trying? Does somebody want to be added?
I
Who you
was
trying
going
to
to
add?
add Horatio.
Oh, you finna press the
Yeah,
buttons?
he
No.
got questions.
We gotta play around with that. They gonna see us playing around on live. And about like we get off, we were like, so we're on live again. We're just pressing buttons, so don't mind us. If you join, we liable to click
Yes.
you and hey, how
Hope
you doing?
you have your hair combed.
Have your hair
Go
combed.
grab a wrap.
But you've got that situation. If you have baby daddies, if your baby daddies are around, if you've got ex-husbands that are around, please understand that they could cause problems for your current situation.
Yes.
We've heard too many times of ex-husbands and baby's fathers finding out that they ex-wife, they baby mama is in a polygynous relationship.
Yo.
And they act up. They take you to court. They'll demand custody of your kids. They'll tell the courts how you over there being polygynous. And sometimes those courts will give your children to that man.
Yes.
That's what will happen because America does not like polygyny.
No.
I mean, you broke up with the guy because he was cheating on you, and now
yeah,
you're with
and
the,
you
Now you sharing this
accepting,
next
yeah.
dude? What in the world? So I know of a very sad situation. I've talked about it before in the groups, but I've never talked about it via video at all. This woman joined the family as a second wife. She had children. She had left her now ex-husband. They had divorced because he was abusive. And when he found out that she was with that family, he took her to court. He told the courts that she was polygynous, and the courts took her children, gave them to the abusive man. He wasn't just abusive to her, he was abusive to the children as well. Gave the children to the abusive man and would not return them until she could prove that she was not polygynous. So for, I think it was 7 or 8 years there, it was very hard for them. She had to live on the other side of town in an apartment by herself, and they would get together at times. So after 7 or 8 years, she got her children back. Yeah. But I mean, damage had already been done. Those children had to endure that abusive man.
That's horrible.
And they were, after that, very leery of things. The family is still together. But that was very hard. So if you've got baby fathers and they that involved, or ex-husbands, and if there's any, I'm telling you, there's always a chance it's going to be like that. I don't think you can gauge it right now.
Remember, to the general public, polygyny is very taboo.
Mm-hmm. It's very, the general public will accept 2 men being married. They'll accept men kissing on TV, primetime TV and stuff like that. But to talk about a man loving and maintaining multiple women, that is an issue, and I don't understand.
Oh man, and if they're in the same house, that's just disgusting. You people are nasty.
What's your self-esteem? Your self-esteem that low?
Clearly she lacks confidence. Sorry. That's one of them conversations.
It is.
Clearly she lacked confidence over here. So, okay, Donna is asking a very specific question.
Okay.
You are a woman who knows a man who's extremely interested in polygyny. You are also interested, but his wife is, As the woman, what would you do? Would you leave this man alone? He's a friend. Or would you assist him in convincing his wife? Woo! Sis, there's a high chance that...
How long has this been?
I mean, if she's like, that means that she's aware of
She's
polygyny.
aware of it.
Is she aware of this woman? There's a high chance that she's going to feel like... Here's the thing. When a woman doesn't know about polygyny, when she's not aware or understanding of polygyny, she thinks that people are out to take her place. Mm-hmm. They think that you are out to usurp them and get them kicked out the house and take their man. That's what they think. Because in their minds, there's no room for any other woman in a man's life. So... you have to understand that's the way she's going to think about it. There's a high chance that's the way she's going to think about it. So do you want to spend your time trying to get her where you and him would like her to be? I mean, you can. Even if she becomes pro-polygyny after that, she still might look at you and say, she always wanted my man. That's, at the end of the day, that's what she wanted, was my man. And she was just trying to get in here. So it just...
I'm going to be messy.
What's gone?
I'm gonna say go on and help convince her.
Go on, Queen Patty.
Because yes, you want her man, but that's your man, like, potentially. So, like, why you can't have your man too? Like, I don't understand.
You
like,
can try to convince me if you want to.
He love me. Like, why we can't be?
If you do that, I'm telling you, sis, you gonna.
So how would you help convince her?
I would be sisterly to her.
Super sisterly.
I would be sisterly.
So you'd be her friend. You'd become her friend.
But I wouldn't be her friend on some backstabbing stuff. I'd be her friend, and I'd present myself. Hey, my name is Deandra, and me and Tyrone have been in communications. Nothing that you would be disappointed in your husband with. But I want to talk to you. I think that we can do this thing called polygyny because your husband is a good man. He's this, he's that, he's that, he's this, he's this, he's that. And I see him. I see his mission. He takes real, good care of you and your feelings. He's already expressed to me that you have some apprehensions about this. And so I want to let you know I don't mean you no harm.
Yeah.
Do it like that. It'll work.
You better do her hair. Look.
No, because then she gonna be like, she over there doing my hair. She's like, so please, no, Celie. And Sugar Avery.
Bring her some gifts.
Much. Make her some breakfast.
Something. Yes. I mean, I would
warm
study.
Up to her.
Buy her a book. Buy her We Want for Our Sisters What We Want for Ourselves.
Buy her our book.
Whoa. What's our book? Wait, tell me. Wait, do we have a book?
Yes.
Which book is it?
It's called Polygyny 101.
Oh, okay.
So
the book's title is Polygyny 101.
Yes, you knew that already. Polygyny 101.
you know, give her a book.
Yes.
Y'all discuss
Give her a
it.
book.
Have a conversation over that book.
Tell her
you
to
know?
call
So
us.
what if she said, you know, like leave a man alone?
Then I'm gonna leave my man alone, and I'm gonna make sure I delete his number and I'm gonna block him because he shouldn't contact me.
Okay,
no
so
more.
you would respect her wishes.
Absolutely, I'm gonna respect her boundaries. I'm not gonna sit
Why?
there because that's her husband.
Because we're part of the universal sisterhood.
He
of
owes
all
her.
women.
He owes her respect, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna respect that too. I'm not, you know, I'm just not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But do you think there's still a chance after that?
If he called me, or if she contacts me down the line and say, hey, you know, I thought about it. We've had some discussions, and you know, it turns out I see that I see that this can benefit us, and you know, I want you to consider coming on board. But I would absolutely respect her.
Do you think it's worth it to, you know, because some women, they will still pursue the guy in the background of things. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think, what do these women stand to face if they
that woman
choose?
stands to forever be a side chick and never have the station of a wife or someone that he absolutely genuinely cares for and protects because she was too easy. She didn't have no standards.
Because she chose
and
to
she didn't
ignore
respect my wife.
the wife's wishes.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
So,
oh, look at all those.
girl, they having a conversation. They having a conversation with each other more or less. I'm laughing because she told me she and I are. Wait,
how are you?
Look, she told me she and I are already friends. I mean, these women, they're already friends. I wasn't talking about.
Yes, Donna. She said she was taking notes earlier. Take all these notes.
Take all these
baby.
notes home, girl. Take them. Okay.
Take all these notes.
Isu, I need I need you to restate your question because I'm not quite sure what you're asking. It says, do you think it's wise to advise most polygynous families intentionally to interact with mostly polygynous families?
Yes, they should. Polygynous families should interact with polygynous families, just like married people should interact with married people. Yeah. They understand each other. They're on the same. They have the same type of structure, and they're all trying to go in one particular direction. They absolutely should function with other
Building.
families. Yes,
Building.
You build with people that are like you.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, we were.
Yeah,
That's
but we were
right.
talking about joining groups and organizations, and we determined that really the only people that we have a strong interest of the only groups that we have a strong interest of joining are other families like ourselves.
Absolutely.
Being connected. and
Yes.
things
Because
like that.
with polygyny, you know, because of society's view on it, you know, you kind of just open up your family to everybody.
No, you cannot do that.
You're risking.
Too many posers holding posters. It's not okay to do that. You open yourself up for all kind of harm. First thing you gotta do is protect your family.
So we keep getting these requests, you know, join our group, join our organization, but we don't really see the benefit. But if you are a family, like our family, that's, you know, about what we're about, similar, then that is an organization where we will join. You know, the pillar, the cornerstone of communities, families.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So yes, interact with other polygynous families intentionally.
Yeah.
No other family dynamic will understand your dynamic and what you guys deal with and go through.
Absolutely.
You can't help me unless you know what it's like.
Yeah.
That's
So
why everyone should listen to me.
Book of Fens. No.
The Book of Fens.
That's a chapter actually in a larger book, and that chapter's really big. But no. But all right, I guess we're gonna move along. We ready to?
Yeah, we're gonna move
Done.
along. What time is it?
It's late.
It's late.
I don't know. It's
What
dark
time is it?
It's
outside.
after 8. It's like quarter after 8.
It's a quarter after.
Okay,
8.
so listen. So
I ain't
not
gonna
only
sleep.
does
It's
our
past my
husband have
bedtime.
us running 4 miles every morning, starting at 5:30 in the morning, he also has us on a diet, and it is time for me to have. It's time for me to have my meal, buddy.
Your life is sad, huh?
Yes.
Tell them about your sad
Nobody
life.
ever knew
My sad life
gonna be this
consists of
hungry.
4 miles every day,
Oh
whether I
my
run,
goodness.
jog, trot, like a little, because my legs don't work. Knee them went out. My ankle broke. I have no ankle, no shins, no knees.
They don't exist.
My big toe. No, your big toe.
Yeah, my big toe,
other toe
dragged me up a hill the other day. So my big toe is in pain.
It's not flat ground. It's hills.
It is hills.
Up and down,
We're
and
not
down,
just running
up and
on
down,
flat
up and
ground.
down.
So please
And
understand.
so we have a
And-
protein shake
Yes.
with chia seeds,
Oh Lord.
super green food powder,
Whey protein.
whey protein, almond
Bananas.
milk, bananas, and psyllium husk. I think I'm saying it right. You know the fiber powder that you get? Okay. So
It's
we
like
have
a psyllium husk in there? I didn't know that. I didn't add that in.
the shake is about this big every morning. And then we have another one for lunch. And then we have a dinner. Eat what we want, our choice.
Eat what we want.
I do
our
that.
choice.
I
For
do
dinner.
that.
So our life is like
yes.
fiending for dinner.
I'm hungry.
Don't you feel proud of yourself?
Yes,
proud of
honey. I
myself.
love it.
16 days.
How many miles have you gone so far, Seafood?
How many miles have you done?
So far, 56 miles.
There's this thing called 90 mile, 90 day. What's it called? 90 mile challenge?
Yeah, 90-mile challenge.
These
where
men and women are running 1 mile a day for 90 days. And you've done how many?
56 miles.
In 16 days.
No, tomorrow will be 16 days.
Oh,
so
15
15 days. Goodness
I've only
gracious.
done like 48. But that's all right. I was injured. It happens.
He talking about steamed cabbage. Can I put some sausage in that cabbage?
Steamed cabbage, can we put some seasoning
I have some
on
beef
it?
shrimp, so can it go in there?
He talking about food. I just said I'm
You said you
hungry.
put some seasoning on some cabbage?
Girl, I'll make some
Her
cabbage.
vegetables are really good.
I tried.
Put
I
the-
just,
you
my
put the
vegetables
cabbage
is
with
like,
the fish, man.
Oh, now that's
You
good. Guess
didn't get that.
what I have? Guess what I have? Fish.
Oh.
she got red snapper. You got red snapper? She got red snapper. Boy, I'm telling you.
All right, so we're going to leave. What happened?
Yes, Lydia said, how often will we go live? We go live like this. We're trying to go live like this every...
It's a 4 series.
Oh, okay. It might end up having
We'll
to go
do more
longer.
if you want us to.
Every Sunday. We also
Between 5 to 8.
between 5 to 8 on Sunday, 5 p.m. Sometime after 5.
We had to
on
go get
Sunday.
chickens today. Like, she made chicken, and we went and bought, like, some chicken.
That's just, isn't that a conflict of interest?
Rhode
Like,
Island Reds. They're
we had all
gorgeous.
this chicken frying, and like we had chickens coming through the house, going to the backyard. I wonder what they thought. They're like, what's that smell?
They smell chicken.
This is detestable. What is going on? But so every Sunday, sometime after 5, we try to get on. We do have a YouTube channel,
Yes, we
which
do.
is called The Co-Wives,
Yes.
and you should see it. You'll see the 3 of us as the profile pic on
Yes.
YouTube. So
Back when we were young.
you are more than welcome to check us out there. Sometimes we go live on there separately.
Yes.
And not go live. We don't necessarily go live on there. Sometimes we do, but most of the times we just post some videos.
Yeah, we're on
and it's separate because we're often very busy. We don't have many days where it's the 3 of us together like this. So here we are.
Check us out.
Yes, check us out.
Send us questions on this. We'll even answer questions on here.
Yeah.
Email us questions at thecowives@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome to continue
Inbox.
to ask questions after this video is done. You're welcome to post questions on the page. However y'all want to do it. Do you. It's your world.
If you want to be invited on the broadcast, just let us know. We'll go ahead and add
And
you.
please forgive the broadcasting difficulties.
16 videos later.
We're not professionals at this.
No,
and
we're not.
we're trying
Working on it.
We're trying to keep it organic.
Yes.
It's
This
very
has
organic.
been very organic.
We're just flowing. No, Donna, we do not. Everything we do, when we talk about working, we're talking about working in our family businesses. So we don't have jobs.
I don't punch another man's clock.
We're not punching no other man's clock. It's all internal. So when we say that we're not here, we have a store.
You want to tell them about that? Because
Well,
I guess
she
that's a
asked.
big
ahead.
question. What people have, like, what do y'all do? What do y'all tell them about the children?
Oh, okay. So we'll say this and then we're gonna go.
I'm gonna eat that phone.
She's so hungry. We're gonna have to go in just a second. But we have a store. Our husband has a business in a our store is a beauty supply store. We have a beauty supply store. Our husband's business is in a completely different industry that employs a lot of men, and like kind of construction, but to go into detail, it's not construction, but it is kind of construction. So He has a lot of contractors under him and contracts and projects and things like that. We work under him over there in an administrative capacity, an assistant capacity to him, and
Go ahead. The store we employ.
So they have the store.
Yeah.
So it's a little retail store.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's a I mean, that's
Little,
the sector it's in. Well,
yeah, we ship.
It's a small
yes,
retail
we
store.
Ship.
We
yes.
should get in touch with us.
Well, we have the store, but the two of them run it.
Yeah, we run the store.
Right. Mm-hmm. I own basically a telecommunications construction company.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Diamond.
And they're like my personal assistants in my company. So they handle all my administrative, they do the hiring, payroll, my invoicing.
We're the liaison
They
between
do the
him
stuff
and
like
companies
that.
and things like that.
But they run their own store.
Like yeah.
And for their store, I will do like the how you call that? I'll do the infrastructure. So I'll set up, whatever.
Yeah.
They need a new floor, I'll put it in. They need an aisle, I'll put it in.
We need a sound system.
They need a sound system, a music system, I'll put it in. They need the cameras up, I'll put it in. They need the internet fixed, I'll come over there to fix it. They need a new sink put in so the braiders can wash head, then I'll come put a sink in.
There's a braiding salon in the back. We have,
and I will kind of like watch over it. So if I see they're making a bad business move, I'll say, hey, that's not good, don't do that.
He's gonna bring us back in line.
Y'all shouldn't do that.
Teach us what he knows and guide us and things like that. So that's why we're typically all over the place, and Sundays are typically the time that we are absolutely all together at the same time. We come home people tired, and and we don't have time for this because our days end late during the week except for today. So yes, inbox us if you guys have any more questions. Feel free to put questions on after this. She's very hungry. We's all hungry. So
the name of the store is Empress Beauty Supply.
The name of the store is Empress Beauty. I'll put a link on it. Definitely. On there. So good night, y'all. Blessings. Shalom. Peace. Love y'all too. Check in with us next week.
Bye.
Bye.